It's been a lot, to be honest with you, because this wasn't a situation that I was preparing for. Normally, there are jobs open, and, you can sit back, take time, study the job, prepare for the job. But this is something that I wasn't expecting to happen. And so quickly, when Trajan reached out, you got to figure all this out. You got to figure out a plan. You got to have a vision for what's coming next. You got to put a staff together. You come into a building, there was already a staff, so you have to have conversations with the guys that were here. And then obviously everybody wants a job at this point. So you're reaching out to all those people as well and trying to put it all in place. You're studying the team, you're learning the analytics, meeting new people. So it's a lot going on, but it's something that I'm excited to be a part of. You don't get these opportunities often to be a part of something building from the ground up. So we're fortunate to be in this spot, got a ton of energy and looking forward to doing it the right way.
How would you describe the challenge ahead for yourself and this team moving forward after what happened last year?
It's not going to be easy, but nothing good ever comes easy. And I think that's part of, your personality and the type of people that you want to be around, right? Is you want to be around the type of people that are willing to go through the grind and all the ugly stuff so that at the end of the day, you can enjoy the success that's come from it. And you can't be afraid of that, right? A lot of times, people will skip this and try to go, sign a bunch of free agents with all the money that we had and skip the steps of building the right foundation. And again, give Trajan credit for his courage and his leadership and, again, adding the right pieces with what we had available, but the pieces that are going to help us build and not skip steps.
Looking at some of the pieces too, you have a lot of young players on this roster, some first-round draft picks, some high draft picks. What excites you the most about this young core led by Cade Cunningham?
More so the people that they are. Basketball talent is one thing, and if you're drafting high, you're typically going to end up with basketball talent, players, right? But the type of people that they are matters most. The character that they have matters most, and all the background we've done, the interactions that I've had with guys, the research shows that they're great human beings, and they're people that we're going to enjoy being around every single day. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting to the work with them, getting to the nitty-gritty and all the dirty things that are going to happen, but doing it with the right people makes the job easier. So I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds like a defensive-minded coach, those words right there. Your team's in Cleveland. Defense led the way. You mentioned in your press conference you want this team to have that feisty, gritty type of mentality when they play the game. We live in a day and age of professional basketball where the long three is what matters, or the dunk, the highlight play. How do you go about selling young players, especially on defense, being the right way to go?
It's just a matter if you want to win or not, right? Offense is what it is, and we know, they don't put stops in the paper. They put buckets in the paper. They even have papers in.
Show it on TV too.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where you look at the teams that had the most success and played the longest this year, is those teams were really good defensively. You look at the champions and the Celtics, and they were elite defensively for the entire year. And that's one of the things that you sell. It's a commitment to winning. And if you're about winning, you'll do the right things to win and whatever it takes to win. And, it comes down to being able to get stops when you need them. These guys are so talented offensively that the offense, you'll find a way to get your bucket. We'll put you in the right spots. But if you want to win at the level we're working to get to, you got to put some pride on the defensive end and be able to get a stop when you need it.
You come from an NBA family, so you know all about the Pistons, of the bad boys, of the guys 2 decades ago who are bringing championships here. How do you connect young players with history whenever you come into a role like this?
I think it's important to have those guys around. Obviously I've got relationships with guys like Chauncey Billups, and I grew up together since I was 11 years old. So obviously he's out in Portland now, but like having guys like that come around. Rick Mahorn, literally I've known my entire life. My dad coached him with the Bullets when I was born, So having those types of relationships with guys, and then making those guys, asking those guys, to come around, be a part of it. I coached with Bill Laimbeer in Minnesota for a while. So having relationships with those players who've meant so much to this organization, and then having them feel confident that they can be a part of it, on a day-to-day is going to help our young guys see it, feel it, and then want to emulate it.